look at us, beautiful people there, not so much here. But what's exciting is that we are together. Oh my goodness. We're going to have badasses just like the badasses that we have on today. Join us every week and we're going to have conversations around the concept of CBD and, of course, what hemp is doing around the world for people physically, and then, of course, their bank account. So that's a conversation. We have today with us the one and only, I'm going to start with Mama, just out of respect, because it's Mama Burke. And of course, you get it. Mama Burke is a phenomenal human being. For those of you that do not know who she is, this is the moment when you're going to meet her today. So I'm just going to leave it there for a minute. She's just a badass. We go back years, and August is her daughter, August Secor, and another complete badass, and she's the mom of Mr. Gucci. We'll talk about all that in just one little second here. It is time to introduce properly the one and only Mama Burke. Now, Mama Burke, let me tell you about Mama Burke. She's right there. She's a superstar. So what's cool about Mama Burke is this. You know, when you meet someone and it's just like, boom. Like when I met Tammy, it was just like, I knew it. We were meant to be together. Everything was done. So Mama Burke was different, but in the same fashion. I'll get to my point in a minute. You just know there's the spirits just connect, and you're supposed to be in each other's lives forever. And when I met Mama Burke, it was literally that. I met her son, August's brother, many years ago in another business, and came together with Mama Burke about a year and a half ago, and we just connected, we clicked. We're pretty much the same person. She's just a lot prettier than I am, because what are you gonna do? So anyway, so this is Mama Burke, total entrepreneur, network marketer, owns a clinic in Vegas, and we're gonna talk about that today. So I'm very excited to have this conversation. And of course, the one and only August Secor. There's only one August Secor, not two. So today, we're going to have the conversation about August and your journey in what you're doing in life, of course, and how you guys do it as a family unit, and meeting August. You know, so basically when I met August, we connected a few years before, and then sort of came back together in the journey of HempWorks, and it was literally like brother and sister. We go back 50 years, and not that you're 50, but I am. Don't hate. It's just a number, girl. It's just a number. So it was just literally like, so that's why in my post I say friends, etc., but more like family, because the connection is just very strong. So with all that said, I think it may be time to do some rocking and rolling here. So hello, ladies.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
That's quite the introduction.
That was quite an introduction. And
hello.
Yes, you are my son from another mother.
Son from another mother. That's so cool, because you usually say, it's my brother from another. That's cool. Son from another mother.
Which would make you
your brother.
Explain why we feel like brother and sister.
Amazing. Amazing. So.
But you would be my big brother, just for the record.
Oh, yeah. Oh, is Ryan younger?
No. Oh. Yeah, Ryan's younger than me.
Oh, he would be our little brother.
Anyway.
Yes. So let's do this. I'm really excited, because obviously we've had many conversations around what you ladies do in Las Vegas at the is it called Las Vegas Thermography
and Wellness? Las Vegas Thermography and Wellness.
There you go. Awesome. So we'll drop some information on that as we get going today, because I want people to know how to get a hold of you, how to be able to contact you for these tests that you do, because, in the same fashion that I put up my chart the other day with Dr. Aristotle, in the same fashion, to be able to have proof that, hey, CBD, here's what CBD physically does to the human body. For me, it's everything. It's like in business, you look at a P&L, if you're losing your ass or if you're making money. That tells me everything. So to be able to watch your charts and watch these thermo things that you do, my God. So let's go back to health. Let's begin with you two. Why is health important to you two? Because I know you have different journeys in that health world, and then we'll sort of go into why thermography, and then we'll go into CBD, and then CBD thermography. We'll show some pictures, and we're going to have fun, because this is a party. Who'd like to go first? I think Mama Burke should go first. Mama, talk to me. How'd you get into health?
Well, I actually have been marketing. I'm really a marketer, but it's always been health-related products. And I think it's because I had a very hep mother. And she always wanted to stay very young, and it wasn't through health, it was she just wanted to be young and look good. So I wanted to stay young and look good too. And of course, through my journeys, I learned more and more about what you put in your body is what is important. And that changes everything. So I've always been on a health journey. And through network marketing, I've always marketed health-related products.
Got it.
So that's kind of my health journey.
Got it.
Want to know how I got into thermography?
Yes.
Actually, I was
Hook us up.
marketing a product years ago that was an algae cream, and it did fabulous things for the breast. And someone did a thermography picture and showed before and after using this cream, and I went, oh my gosh, that is an amazing technology. So I immediately wanted it. And you know what you want is what you get.
Amen.
And what you put in the universe. And
That's
so
right.
thermography kind of fell in my lap. Best thing that ever happened to me besides my daughter.
Not Ryan, just August. That makes sense.
Ryan came after her.
I was thinking that
Yeah.
too.
He came after her.
Or-
But, kids were great. Kids are great.
Kids are good.
Yes, kids are
Multiple.
very important. But we're not talking children. We're talking thermography, business, and marketing.
Okay, but you don't know that because you don't know if that cream that you said was good for the breast, if that didn't help in making other kids. I don't know. I don't know how it worked on the thing, you know?
That's true.
I'm just saying.
That's true.
Sorry,
But
August.
that's how I got into thermography,
Yeah.
created lots of thermography. And when I first got into thermography, nobody even knew what it was. And that was 11 years ago. So I had to do a lot of educating. Now we actually have doctors referring patients to
Got it.
us so they can see what's going on.
I love that. Thank you, Mama Burke. August, tell us your journey of health and how you got into it.
I've had actually quite a few different journeys that with health. I guess it's just been a lifelong thing. I got into health per se in I think 2004 when I discovered like working out, the difference that it could make in my body and how I feel. Really, I'll be really honest, that was probably more about how I look. So I got into working out and doing those kinds of things, watching what I ate. And then in 2016, I had a completely different health journey, and that became more about how I felt. And I got really sick and ill and not functioning very well. And that's just kind of where it started for me, is just really digging into this holistic approach of what I was doing wasn't working and how can I find out the root cause of what's going on.
Got it. Can we go deeper into what got you into HempWorks and that more personal?
Yeah, sure. Where do you want to start? How far back do you want to go?
As we all know, CBD has done a lot for all of us, at least in this conversation, and everybody that we know is that CBD has done something for them. So for people to understand where you're coming from in your health level and where you are because of a CBD intake, that's the conversation. Yeah.
Okay, sure. So back in 2016, I actually took a leave of absence from work, what I thought was going to be a leave of absence, because I had a lot of things going on in my body. I didn't feel well, and I had a lot of symptoms and challenges. And so I thought, I'm going to take a leave of absence and I'm going to figure this out. What I did was, I don't know if it was so much mentally stressful, but it was very physically stressful. I was on a plane almost every weekend, traveling to a different city, a different state, a different bed. And then you put work on top of that. And what happened was, I think you kind of go into survival mode, when you're doing that. But I did start to notice things. I was gaining weight no matter what I did. I was just gaining more and more weight no matter how I ate. I was tired all the time. I was, my moods were up and down. And, I guess going back to just the vanity of it all, I was like, why am I gaining so much weight? I wasn't even so concerned that I felt like crap. I was like, why? I can't fit into my clothes. What's going on?
Yeah.
And I was doing pretty drastic things and they weren't working. And that's when I knew, okay, something's going on. So what happened was when I took that leave of absence and I finally was out of that situation, everything kicked in full force and I got really, really bad. It was almost as if I was in survival mode while I was, having to work and do those things. And as soon as I stopped, I broke down. I was so tired that I was having to pull over on the side of the road because I didn't think I could keep my eyes open and my kids were in the car. I was, to put it really bluntly, a psychopath. Like my husband is a saint. How he loved me and stayed with me through all of that, I will never understand because you don't understand it and you don't have answers for it. And
right.
I was having such extreme mood swings. It was crazy. So anyway, I decided to take the holistic approach. I found a naturopath doctor and I started my healing journey. And I started to get better. I probably was, about 75% better? I mean, I was feeling good. I was functioning. I was, things started to feel a little bit more under control. But at that time, I found out that I had a couple of autoimmune challenges that I had been struggling with, which lead down to other things as well. So that was kind of that journey. I dropped all of the weight and then some and started feeling really good and then decided I didn't know I was gonna talk about this, but I guess I will. I decided that I was gonna have a surgery that I'd wanted to have since I breastfed my first child. And I decided I wanted to have that surgery and I went and did that. And that actually opened up a whole closet with skeletons in them. I went backwards. My health went backwards again, is what happened. And then I had some healing issues with my surgery, which led to really just a feeling of worriedness and anxiousness all the time. I wasn't sleeping, which is one of the things that was happening before and never got better. So that's really what led me to CBD. I was having such terrible
anxiety.
Well, that anxious feeling. I was having that feeling was I was having panic. It was terrible.
Yeah.
I couldn't function. And my surgeon said, she said, let me write you a prescription for Xanax. And I was like, no way. I just cleaned out my gut. Cause I had leaky gut and I found out about, the autoimmune, all of this stuff going on. I was like, I'm not doing that. She said, well, have you tried CBD? So that's what started my journey on CBD. And I went through quite a few. I couldn't take them. They didn't do anything. And I just thought, well, this stuff's probably not for me, Right. I didn't know now, or I didn't know then what I know now about why those weren't working for me. But now it makes perfect sense that I know. But that's my journey. That's what led me. And then, going through what I went through, really what I found out is that you have to be your own advocate. Because it doesn't matter how good the doctor is, they still have other patients and they're still not going through it themselves.
That's right.
And I am by nature a researcher. I love to learn, I love to research. And so I was just doing a lot of that and finding out, about different things. And that's kind of what led me here.
How do you feel today? Because obviously so many things have changed, right? Physically, emotionally, who you are today is a totally different person.
I feel great. I feel really good. I just have, I've done a lot of work, but I really feel like what happened is that when I started on the CBD, I had a sense of well-being that allowed me to now start digging into other things that I couldn't do before because I didn't have that sense of well-being. There was so much fear around it.
Oh yeah. Got it. Awesome.
I feel great.
Yeah.
Can I say something, Andre?
This is your show. You can do whatever you want.
The difference in her was night and day. When she started taking the CBD, and I watched her take the other products.
Right.
I guess the quality wasn't there. She was glowing. She was a different person, and so many people told you that. Her aura changed. Her her mood was, I mean, she was different, totally different person than she was the previous, I'd say, year and a half.
Well, yeah, I just wasn't wound so tight anymore.
Yeah, it was amazing how her essence changed.
Yeah. It's amazing how once we make a decision that we're going to get healthy, because there was a point, obviously August, and for you, Sherry, there was a point when it's like, okay, I have to do something, because you couldn't sleep, you couldn't this, you couldn't that, wait. But there's that moment when you say enough is enough, I'm going to do something different, I'm going to change. So that is the moment that I love in people, because without that deciding factor, you don't really have anything. You're going to get the same thing over and over again. It's like, why am I tired all the time? Well, it's because you didn't make a decision to change it. So love that. Love all of that story, because today, look at you all, glowing and beautiful and just badasses, and Vegas is what it is. So let's go into the topic at hand called thermography. So Mama, let's go back into the beginning of the Las Vegas Thermography and Wellness Center for badasses. Let's go to the beginning.
Well, it was such a pleasure being of service as far as scanning people. And by the way, does everybody know what thermography is?
No, they don't, and we're going to go there.
Yeah. Well, what it is it's called DITI, Digital Infrared Thermal Imaging. And it's been around since 1982, FDA approved. And what it is it's a camera, and we take pictures, and it's an infrared camera. It sees right through your body, and what it picks up is inflammation and patterns and signs of beginning pathology. So it's a very helpful tool. There's no radiation, there's no compression, so it's very pleasant. It's a pleasant experience. When I started out, nobody knew what it was. So I wasn't doing very many scans, but I certainly was marketing. And I wanted to see when someone purchased whatever that I was marketing, if it was working. Not only for them, but I wanted to make sure that what I was offering
That's right.
was quality. So wellness that's just what I love doing, and I love sharing, hence the name Sherry. And if it's good, I want everybody to know, whether I'm marketing or not. If I go to a good movie or a good restaurant, believe me, everyone around me within 3 feet knows about it. So thermography was really kind of a, what would you call it? Like my
It's like a passion.
Passion, it was, and a mission. And missions, you don't make money. Passion's usually not either. So there were many years that it certainly wasn't a money maker, but it was always so satisfying. It was the most amazing. Right. So actually 3 years ago, and I always did it out of my house or in other doctors' offices. And 3 years ago, almost 4 years ago, I took the big plunge and have now a very small wellness center, and we are expanding. That's really what led me to thermography and adding the wellness onto the end of it.
Got it.
So thermography is wellness. I mean, really, it is wellness.
You said
to see themselves from the inside out, and then now what?
Got it. So you said it's digital
infrared thermal imaging.
Got it. So it's basically a camera, just for my brain to understand, it's a camera that's shooting thermal waves.
Pictures, right.
And bringing back, it's going to create a photo of what it captures inside, right? So it's looking for heat.
Exactly.
Sure. We all have our own thermovascular patterns in our body, kind of like a fingerprint.
Yeah.
And when you have anything going on in your body, it from anything from stress to pathology, something more major, to muscular, whatever it is, digestive, you have more blood supply going into those areas to help heal it. And that's really what the camera picks up. And then it'll pick up patterns.
So I think we can talk openly about the dangers of x-rays, the old school way of getting a mammography. So why is that bad? And why is this very different and better?
Well, instead of maybe talking about why it's bad, maybe we can talk about, yes, the difference.
Let's
Talk about the difference.
Hey, I'm learning.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to think.
We got a little compliance too.
Yeah, we have compliance and thermography as
So
well.
let's go for the goodness.
Yeah. You want to go ahead? She is. So August just got certified. And
Yay!
I've been on her for years. Yes, yay. For years, because this is such an amazing service. One of the reasons that I wanted her in this business with me is because she's so stinking smart. And she's the researcher of researchers. And she can explain things like no one. So I'm going to let her explain.
No pressure.
Yeah, don't stop.
Yeah, no pressure. Don't
As you
stop.
do that, do you want me to put up a picture of one of the tests? Is this a good time for that, or?
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
So people can see the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
great.
you talk about it, explain it, etc. So here we go. I'm going to do. So this is
So
in the middle.
I'll talk about the difference in between thermography.
Yep.
And you brought up an X-ray.
X-ray or even ultrasound, which is not an X-ray.
Or I'll just say this, the benefit of using thermography is that there is no radiation. There is no discomfort or pain. It's completely non-invasive.
So it picks up pathology or any signs of pathology or concern years ahead of anything else out there. Why? Because of the blood flow. So let's just take mammography. You must have a mass. So everything else picks up mass. We pick up physiology and we pick up blood flow, basically inflammation. So if you're inflamed, your body is going to light up because inflammation is hot. And what's the first sign of dis-ease? Inflammation.
Right. So, right, and just to expand on that, there's a reason for inflammation in our bodies. There's a reason that we do that. Inflammation is there to protect us, right? You cut yourself, it becomes inflamed to protect it, right?
Yep.
The problem, the challenge is when it becomes chronic. It's the chronic inflammation that then, starts to damage your healthy cells, tissues, and over time, that's when it turns into pathology. So with a thermogram, you see that so many years ahead before it turns into that you now, instead of doing something drastic like they have you do now, you can combat it with, all kinds of different modalities.
Got it.
Before I get to that.
Okay, so that makes sense. Tell us about what we're looking at here. Because obviously I see 4 X's, and I assume...
You're looking at breasts.
Okie doke. Alrighty then.
for our first anatomy class here.
Yeah.
So this is actually a before and after on CBD 30 days. So this woman obviously had a lot of activity and inflammation. So really, in a great scan, you want to be green. Okay, so if you're having yellow or orange, so when you have pathology, when you see inflammation like this, it's just a red flag is what it is, right?
Yeah.
When you start to see, so when people come in and they see this kind of inflammation, they freak out, right? They're like, oh my gosh, what's going on? What's going on with me? And by the way, we don't read the scans. We send it off to EMI. A doctor there picks it up and reads it, interprets it, and sends it back to us, and we send it to the patient.
Interesting.
And we don't actually do the interpretation. Have we, especially Mama, been doing this for 11 years? Can we look at it and really kind of see what's going on? Yes, but we don't diagnose.
Got it.
Okay. But here, this could definitely turn into chronic inflammation, pathology, if this is left as chronic inflammation and something isn't done about it. So the nice thing is you can get a hold of it before, but you can see she went on CBD and that's all she did. and look at her after picture.
So when you
so the really
cool
thing. Sorry, go ahead.
No, so when you say she put on CBD, I want people to really understand what it means. Did you apply oil? Did she take it orally? How did you bring in
orally?
Orally.
Or yeah, she took it orally, and we actually have people do both.
Okay.
We will have people always take it orally, always take it orally, because we all know about the ECS system and how important that is.
Yep.
We suggest that they take it orally.
Thank you, Mama.
And sometimes even they'll put it on topically as well, just depending on what's going on.
Got it. So tell me the time span between inflammation and less inflammation here in this photo.
Oh, and this specific photo was 30 days.
This is 30 days, and this person took CBD for the 30 days. Can we talk about dosages just to understand what got from point A to point B?
Do you know what she was doing? I mean, typically we start people like we start everybody. We start them low and slow.
Okay.
And I think she was actually on the 7th.
And normally, yes, slow and slow we do it. Definitely do the slow and twice a day, but we're only suggesting.
That's right. Yeah, I understand. I just want to understand. I want people to understand through your suggestions. In 30 days, inflammation went from that to this. It's a little roadmap, right? That's all I'm looking to create.
And what I would say is that rather so much than inflammation there is that she had a lot of activity going on.
Okay, that's a good word.
That's gut activity.
Got it.
So what we do, just so everybody understands, is that when somebody starts on CBD, when they come in for a scan and they do start on CBD, we always have them come back, no charge, anywhere between 2 weeks and 30 days, just so that we can see what's going on in the body.
Got it.
It's helping, see if they should be taking more, just kind of know what's going on.
And let me ask you this, because I know nothing about this world, but is this something that people, at least in your wellness center, is this something that somebody wants to do once a year, twice a year? What's the norm?
The protocol?
Sure.
So the protocol is for a breast scan. The protocol is you come in, you do your first, and then 3 months later, you do your second breast scan, which gives you a comparison of the first, and then you have a baseline. The reason we ask for 3 months is that cancer or pathology doubles in size every 90 days. So in 90 days, if there was some activity going on that had some kind of a pattern, because cancer needs a lot of blood flow. And so you can definitely see what's going on in 3 months. Now that picture that you're showing is 2 days. That's 2 days
of relief cream.
Of relief cream.
Oh wow! So no oil.
That's crazy.
No oil.
No, he didn't want to take the oil.
He didn't want to take the relief cream. This is my next door neighbor, and I had to give him. I walked over to his house, knocked on his door after he came in to see me that day, and we looked at his life. And I said, here's some relief cream. Use this for 2 days. It was 2 days worth. And come back in, and I want to see what's going on. And he did, and there, boom. And guess what? He bought the relief cream and the oil, the consumption oil.
Got it. That's right. So this is 2 days of topical pain. Again, HempWorks, for people that don't know what that is, HempWorks, which is a company we all represent, they make a pain cream. It has emu oil in it. It has, of course, CBD, hemp-derived CBD, and all kinds of other fun stuff. But that's what was used here topically for 2 days. And we went from whatever inflammation to a lot less, which for me, looking at it, is incredible. So,
and if you'll notice, if I may say, that his left leg had a lot of inflammation as well, and that was sympathetic from the right being so hurt, so inflamed.
Right, around the knee.
You'll notice he put any on his left leg.
Yep.
The left leg is less inflamed as well. Isn't that crazy?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing because, you know, what this does for me, just like the chart, it shows proof. And that's what I love to see. It's like, you can tell me that it works. You can tell me that you feel better. You know, your mood is better. You sleep longer. Great. Show me proof, baby. And this is proof. So for me, it's very exciting. So I'm just really hoping everybody watching this understands the value of this thermography test. I mean, look at this guy. You know, the being able to get
That's
a
me,
reality
actually.
shot. What's that?
That's me.
No way.
Way.
Got it. Interesting.
That's me. So the picture, I guess it's on the left. I don't know. Are we backwards?
Yeah, it's left.
Flipped?
Yep.
Yeah, so the before picture.
Yeah,
The
there you
before
go.
picture, I had already cut out. I basically went vegan, gluten-free. I had healed my leaky gut. I had really gone through, the whole wellness protocol. And this is still what I looked like here. And by the way, the big patch underneath there, that's activity and lymph, right?
Well, that's your stomach.
Right. So.
Stomach and lymph is underneath your breast.
Right, and then the only thing that changed, because I still to this day do all of those things, the only thing that changed was that I started taking CBD. So this was just kind of a cool side effect, right?
Oh,
because
yeah.
it's not what I was taking it for.
Interesting. So can you tell us how long between the two tests?
You know what, we're kind of unsure because it was random.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take this after picture. We were actually trying to look at something else on my body, and my mom said, "Oh my gosh, you have to see your gut now." Because even in the before picture, I was on digestive enzymes, right? I was on probiotics and prebiotics. And before every single thing I ate, including a snack, I was on digestive systemic enzymes.
Mm.
And so this, I would say, this is probably 6 months.
Yeah. It was so random, but it was stunning.
We were like, holy moly.
Yeah. That's definitely a holy moly picture right there.
And
Amazing.
you know, if you go back to that picture right there, what was so crazy to me is, you know, I was the exact same weight in both of these pictures. And so what happened is that the inflammation in my gut went away, and I just went like this.
Interesting. So you're saying that you were the same weight, but this maybe created some, I don't even know how to say it.
She released the inflammation.
Yeah.
And the body just.
So I wasn't as puffy, because it wasn't, when you
Puffy.
carry a lot of inflammation,
Got
carry
it.
a lot of weight with it as well.
Yeah, that's the word. The word is puffy. One, I couldn't come up with it, and two, I was looking to be politically correct, so I didn't want to use the word puffy. But you said it, so now it's on you.
You didn't look as fat, lady.
There you go. I mean, come on. What are you packing on there? That is incredible. Got it. So let me ask you something. Is inflammation, is it just a collection of toxins?
No. So how do you explain inflammation?
I get it's irritation, but why?
Inflammation is blood flow going to that area to either protect or, in the reverse,
Yep.
disease, pathology.
Right.
So you bump yourself, it gets inflamed.
Yep.
You bruised, you get a bump.
Right. It creates that barrier around it to protect it, because all the body wants to do is heal itself, right?
Yep.
So when it becomes chronic, then there's never, it never has that opportunity to start healing itself when it becomes chronic, and the inflammation never goes away.
Got it. That's scary. So the reason I say it's scary is because how many people, meaning all of us, we walk around life just not knowing. So, right? And it's such a simple thing to get tested, to get a thermo shot. That'd be cool. Yeah, I'm gonna go get a thermal shot today. Is that cool? So hey,
Thermogram.
thermogram, yeah. But let's talk, because I know we're talking. This is very much a female mammography conversation, but this is also like the neighbor. It's also for men.
Oh yeah.
Children.
They use it in sports medicine.
Okay, there you go.
It's wonderful.
Physical therapy, because the body is sympathetic, right?
Yeah.
So somebody in sports medicine, for example, that has an injury can be saying that it hurts in their knee, but it really is not in the knee. What needs to be addressed is the hip or the shoulder, or what we find a lot of the time, I'd say probably 90% of the time, is that people complain about having shoulder pain, and what we see is it's not the shoulder, it's the neck. You address this goes away.
Right. And it is not just for women. However, originally it was a tool used in conjunction with mammography.
That's right.
So that you can, it's so much bigger than just breast. Believe me, so much bigger.
Chiropractors. I mean, there's a lot of other doctors.
And here, remember the SARS virus?
Yep.
Remember that virus? Now we have a different one, but the SARS virus.
Well, because they keep inventing them.
A thermography camera at the airport, and people would have to walk by that camera as they were loading onto the airplane. And head lit up, you weren't allowed out on the plane. So you can use infrared thermal imaging for inflammation, like they should be having it at the airports now for this new
Right. Oh, they are. They just, it's coming.
Yeah.
We will not get into this one, because this one's so political. It's scary, but we're gonna leave it there. We're gonna leave that one there. So tell me about somebody that wants to get this done. Can we talk about cost? Like how much it costs to get a shot?
We're actually, I haven't raised my prices in 11 years, so I'm extremely
on the lower side.
On the lower side.
So before you throw out the number, before you throw out your number right now, could you please add on 30%? Raise your freaking prices. Oh my God. No.
Because it's a service.
And we want it to be available. We don't want it to be, we just want it to be available to as many people as possible, because we really passionately feel that people should be doing this versus other things.
Sure.
When you see someone, and I didn't send these, I don't know if this picture, if you can actually see.
Yeah, go higher. Go higher. Yep. A little high, right there.
Can you see both of them?
Yeah.
Okay. So this is someone whose scan came back at some risk. That's this one. Do you see all the activity?
Yep.
That's scary, isn't it?
So her report
said from the doctor at some risk. CBD, 2.5 months later.
Wow.
So bottom line is, if you have pathology starting up, what you're putting in your gut is going to make a huge difference.
Yeah.
And you skipped his question. I'll tell you our pricing.
Oh,
yeah, good job. That was such a cool way to like go to the back door and then run, and I don't get really. All right.
So we're for a breast scan is $199. For half body, which is the top of the head to the groin plus breast, is $299, and for the whole body is $399.
That is, I want to go on the record to say that you need to raise your prices.
I know.
You do.
I know. We're very reasonable. But you know what? It's reasonable so everybody can afford to come in and see themselves from the inside out. That's really, August said that to me about 5 years ago. What's thermography? It's something you can see yourself from the inside out.
Right.
How would that be if you can see what's actually going on, and now you have the ability to reverse it if something is going on that,
Is there insurance that you take at the wellness center?
So we don't take insurance. No thermographer really takes insurance.
Okay.
There are some companies that will pay some amount. It is coded. It has an ICD code, a CPT code. So it's all set up, mainly because the FDA did approve it. So I think eventually insurance will, but you see, it's such early detection.
Yep.
That controversy, you know?
I get it. We're not going to go into politics.
Right.
So I get that very well. Okay, got it. So cash money, credit cards, good?
Sure.
Yeah, all right. But cash is king. So I appreciate that. I like cash a lot.
Cash is king.
Yeah, cash is king. I get it. Okay, cool. So so tell me again the price. So I know full body was $399.
$399. That includes, of course, the breast. It always includes the breast, and the men, by the way, do have breast cancer as well. More and more is showing up.
Okay.
Which is kind of, you think, oh, that's crazy. No.
Well, there's a reason for that, but that's another live.
Yeah. Hey, there's no politics, people.
Yeah.
I know exactly why, but can't talk about it here, can we?
Yeah, it's not any kind of pathology is no longer a male or female.
No.
Yeah, it's the human body.
issue.
I get it. So tell me again, so full body, $399. What was half body?
$299.
So
we go down to the groin. So from the groin up includes your arms.
Okay.
All the way to the top of your head.
And then what do we say? What's the other, so what's the $199? The quarter body? It's like
that's
ordering
just
chicken.
breast.
Got it. So I'll say, so is it okay, like when you order chicken, like I'll take a full chicken, a half chicken, or a quarter chicken? Can we do it that way or no? Sorry. I got to have fun with this shit, because otherwise.
You have to have fun. I have had women ask me, is that for both breasts?
Oh, that's good. That's good. No. You got to pick one, damn it. Oh my God. $199. Okay, so now, boom, there it is. Full body $399, half body $299, quarter body $199. It's like ordering chicken. Okay. Now I'm happy. Is there a specific camera?
That's a very good question.
Okay, well there you go.
Metatherm. Metatherm is a medical grade camera specifically calibrated for the human body.
Wow.
Now, I don't know that there are other cameras specifically calibrated for the human body, but there are many cameras out there, and they are calibrated for walls because it picks up heat.
Interesting.
Find electrical damage. So the calibration is very, very different. So we use the Metatherm. It's a very high-end camera. I'll tell you right now, it's $30,000. And you can get very inexpensive cameras. Do they do the same job? I don't know. But I will tell you that if you go with a Metatherm, they're all read by medical doctors. We have our own clinic called EMI, an electronic medical interpret clinic. And they're doctors from all over the world that are absolutely trained and certified, just like a radiologist, in reading thermograms. And once you come to Metatherm camera, like if you get scanned by me here in Vegas and then you go to New York and you get scanned with another thermographer, but she uses Metatherm, you're going to get the same doctor because they have the same files.
Got it. So they keep that in the family.
She's a badass.
Well, I think it's important to go with the best camera out there. And quite frankly, I think it's Metatherm. I did a lot of research.
That's so funny because I
know what you're buying.
It's what's funny to me is not, and again, I don't know your world. I don't know anything about this. So when I saw the question, I thought it was silly. You follow me? Like, what does it matter what camera? It's an iPhone. I use my iPhone, and you follow me. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that's I'm glad that it's so. Question here: can a dog be scanned?
Yes, a dog can be. I'm not certified, nor is she, in animals, but that is another. It's a little different when you go to animals because remember they have hair, and so That's a definite specific.
It's a specialty.
Absolutely.
Interesting. So your doctor that interprets the results?
The scan, the thermogram, the doctor that interprets the thermogram?
Yeah, so is that somebody that's local?
No.
No.
They could be, but
most likely not.
But what it is they're doctors that are clinically certified to read and interpret a thermography the same way that a radiologist.
Right. So where are these people? Like your doctor is where? Where is he in the country?
Oh no, we don't know what doctor. There's many doctors
it's
working
a
out of this
service.
clinic.
Understood.
So for instance, I did scans this morning. I put them all into like a HIPAA. I send it off via my computer. So
Email.
this is all digital. Right. It's actually not even email. It goes right into the out basket of EMI.
Yep.
One of the doctors is assigned that scan. They will read it, interpret it, send it back to me, and now from now on, when that individual comes in to be scanned, that doctor will read it. Can we request a doctor? No, not really, but they're all wonderful.
Got it. Yeah.
And they can go anywhere in the world because thermography is all over the world. It's all over Europe and Australia, Mexico. I mean, it's all over.
Got it. Interesting. Very cool. So, and the reason I asked that is because I got a question on the side from Dr. Aristotle, funny enough. So we'll chat about it after as to why and whom. So you're getting a lot of people saying, when can I come in? I'm coming to the Vegas Roadshow, want to set up an appointment. When can you fit me in? So you have a lot of people doing that. How does somebody get a hold of you? What's the best way? Is there a phone number and a website, Facebook? How do you want these people here to get a hold of you? What's the best?
Yeah, all of the above. You can go to LasVegasThermography.com and request an appointment. You can call us and we'll make you an appointment. You could go to Facebook if you wanted, You want my number?
No. I don't care. I'm just asking, is your, I have your phone number, but
no,
is your phone?
No, he has the separate phone number for the business.
Oh, I see your point. So if somebody goes to LasVegasThermography.com, is that enough for them to get your phone number, to be able to call you, make an appointment? So I'm looking to keep everything simple for everybody. So it's LasVegasThermography.com. Make your appointments, get your thermal shots. I'm calling them thermal shots. That I'm sticking to it. You can get full chicken, half chicken, quarter chicken. Yeah, I know, but that's a thermal shot.
No, we don't pour them.
It's okay. I'll pour them. I got you. Teamwork, baby. Teamwork. Okay, so that's how you get a hold of both August and Sherry. You know what? Throw your number out.
702-553-0331.
Boom. So that's the phone number. Of course, you can simply just go to LasVegasThermography.com. You can book an appointment there. Do what you do. So, how about kids?
Oh gosh, yes.
So inhuman.
My grandchildren get scanned all the time. Are you kidding me?
So when you put Mr. Gucci, Mr. Gucci, for everybody that doesn't know, because I told you, I'll tell you later. So Mr. Gucci is August's son. He just turned 10, right?
10, yeah.
He's just turned 10, yeah. Long story as to why we call him Mr. Gucci, but total badass, entrepreneur. He's got, he's got that sparkle in his eye. So he's going to do some cool things in his journey. So so here's my question. It's a smart ass question, but I got to do it. So if you scan Mr. Gucci, does like the word Gucci show up?
No, it's just a symbol.
The symbol. Nice. Sorry, I have to. It's just the way it is with my brain. If I'm not having fun, I get bored and I pass out. Very cool. So,
but I will tell you. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I was actually going to say something. You said children.
Yes. Sorry.
I had a grandmother bring in the grandson coming in for vacation from New York. This little boy had 10 years old, terrible headaches. And they couldn't, like migraines, they couldn't explain it, especially when he was out playing, like baseball or football, right?
Yep.
And they couldn't figure it out, this poor little guy, right? They brought him in, he had carotid arteries.
Holy shnikes.
Arteries were so carotid.
Oh my God.
Years old.
Oh my God.
Now, how would you ever find that out?
Nobody would think to take a 10-year-old to go
Wow.
find
Thank
that
God
out.
for that grandmother.
Yeah.
So yes, children can be scanned at any age.
And I'd like to add something.
Okay.
You know, I had an experience with a mom, and I posted actually quite a bit about this. A mom whose son is autistic, nonverbal, found me because she had heard about, you know, all of the benefits of CBD.
Yeah.
And when they came in here, it was tough to get him to stand, but his gut, I mean, he had
Very inflamed.
a lot of inflammation in his gut, and
4
people
years
don't realize, 4 years old, people don't realize how important gut health is, you know? And so, but we could see that. 4 years old, we could see that with the scan.
Incredible. Can you recap? Because obviously we went heavily into thermography and the camera, but let's go touch a little bit on CBD and the importance of the right CBD and what you guys at the Wellness Center recommend. Let's go there for a minute.
So, and we see that too. I mean, we see people who come in here who say they're on CBD, and
Doesn't look like it.
no, their scans, their before scans, or their before scans. How do I want to say this? It doesn't have the same result as HempWorks.
They're not getting the results.
They're not getting the same result. We're
when-
blown away
Yeah.
that they're on CBD because they
Right.
have so much activity and they are so inflamed. And so, you know, we say, hey, give it a shot. And they do, and they come back for their scan and it's cleared up.
Amazing. So with that said, let's talk HempWorks for a minute, because you both know other brands of CBD products out there. So why HempWorks for you two?
I'll go first, and then August can. The reason it works for me was August. I was not interested in CBD. I knew nothing about CBD. I had no idea about CBD until she started taking it. She took, I think, 3 or 4 different, and she never had any. And you know, so she'd give them to me, and I didn't take them either because, as a matter of fact, I still have one in my cupboard. I didn't even know what to do with it. And then when she found,
I was like, this stuff doesn't work.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was desperate. I was really trying. I spent a lot of money. I mean, I spent a lot of money. I spent $200 on that little bottle.
I know.
That little bottle.
I could have sold you
The first one that I
4.
ever bought.
Wow.
Huh?
So when she
I said I could have sold you 4 bottles for $200.
HempWorks and
It was
her
immediate.
blood numbers. I mean, we're not even talking pictures. We didn't even think to scan you at that time. But her blood numbers went from in the red to the green in 30 days. We said,
Wow.
"Whoa, there's something here."
That's powerful. Do you sell HempWorks at your office?
Yes, I do.
Boom! Another satisfied customer.
What flavor do you want?
Boom! It's Thursday, baby. Throwback Thursday. Sorry. Okay, we digress. Burke. Sorry, no, not Burke. Secor. Talk to us.
I'm still a Burke. I'll always be a Burke. I was
I
born
know.
Burke.
All right. I know, but I can't say Burke Secor because that's BS.
For me, the reason why I choose HempWorks is because it is so important for me personally to know what's going into my body. I know that a lot of the challenges that I have are due to toxins, other toxins that do get into molds, pesticides, metals that get into other products. And I just like knowing that I can look at any batch at any time and I can double check it and I can see. I also want to know that I'm getting what I'm paying for. So I know that there is the amount of CBD that's labeled on the bottle, that's what's in the batch. And so for me, that's really, really important. And I like that it's a pure product. I like that our carrier oil is hemp seed oil. You know, I know that a lot of people get the information that it should be another oil or an MTCO or other things because they think that that's what makes it more bioavailable to the body.
Right.
The fact is that what makes it bioavailable to the body is the higher that it is in essential fatty acids makes it more bioavailable to the body. And hemp seed oil is the most is the highest in essential fatty acids, and it makes it a whole plant product. MTC oil is a byproduct of coconut oil. It's a byproduct.
That's incredible. It's incredible that you just spat that out.
I know.
Because it, you know why?
I know, that's what I'm talking about.
It's the reason is because it really is that it's important to me. I make my own stinking body butter now because I don't want any other chemicals in my body that are gonna mess up, what I have going on right now. I've worked really hard.
That's funny. There's so LasVegasThermography.com. Throw your phone number out again, Sherry, please.
702.
Yep.
553 0331.
Boom. And you guys are like what, 30 seconds from corporate?
Yes. I like it.
I know.
I don't know.
I'm hoping
we're about 5 minutes from corporate.
We're very close to corporate.
There's a lot of expansion going on.
Oh, everybody over there.
Nice people, right?
Oh, so nice. Absolutely. I mean, seriously, all the biggies in corporate are just so friendly and so sweet. And
I've created relationships outside of HempWorks. I've created relationships from going in there so much.
Is that it's just incredible. Yeah. Who's your favorite? I'm kidding. Don't say.
No way.
Oh gosh, that's funny. All right, so I think we did it. I really, really hope everybody watching this got value. Not only is CBD powerful, the right CBD, of course, is where the power is. We are all a part of HempWorks, so it's a decision we all made because we've been through the bad ones. We've been through the yellow crap in the bottle. We've been through the fillers and the glycerins and the additives, and then you get negative results in the body. So that's the CBD power. On the thermography power, obviously you have the best badasses in Las Vegas. And what's really impressive is how much you two know about this world. So I knew you knew, but now to listen to you, I'm impressed, and I think you guys do a really awesome service to keep the human body safe and clean from that stuff. I'm not going to mention it, but that stuff. So thank you for what you do. This was awesome, phenomenal information. And everybody watching, you know where to find them. You got the website. You can get a full chicken, half chicken, or quarter chicken. And I'm going to do this here again. And I know everybody knows what I mean by that. It's my way of having fun. And thank you both for being with us today. This was really, really special.
Thank you, Andre, for allowing us to be with you. It's always
love you both.
Always a treat. Mwah, mwah.
Love you both. Have a great night.
Love you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
If anybody has any questions, they can just write in the comments and we'll get back to them.
There you go. Awesome.